issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
soft fatty. And this is Daddy!
I'll give you what you need.
I'm afraid. Oh, holy hell. Here, ladies and gentlemen, is why I've always got my Bam Margera pain relief roll-on cream.
You what you want. Tickle-a-willy, show.
Fast-acting roll-on pain cream, baby.
I'm the king of rock and roll.
Let the beat ride.
Let's start the fucking show, eh?
You're going to jail.
I will never leave YouTube!
I don't give a fuck about the fucking law. I'll beat your ass.
Don't come to my channel again! You will be banned!
I'll beat your ass.
You officially entered the wet panty zone.
Folks, let's move on over here. Let's get comfortable. Folks, it's Thursday night, and you know what that means. Another romp through this weirdo wonderland that we call the internet. And oh, what sights it has brought us this week. Folks, we'll be getting caught up with Von Helton. Post haircut. Oh my god, I'm telling you, this haircut. I've said it a couple times already. It just screams sexual assault, restraining order, stay within X number of meters of any school zone. It's bad. I swear he's shaved off his eyebrows too. It looks like it. Though on the side, it looks like maybe he missed one of them. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Maybe we'll find out. So we're going to get caught up with all that tonight. Of course, a little bit of Rev and Shanny. Now, Rev and Shanny were complaining. They felt they got ripped off because they only got like a lump of money and like room and board and, you know, all that good stuff for the last few days. Never enough, right? So they were doing a live stream asking for more money, and I didn't include it tonight. I didn't watch any of it, but I know Jason's got the wig on. I was like, do we really want to watch the JC wig, the Rev's lactating nipple? Do we really want to see this again? But then apparently they've made some deal with this Buff Weeb YouTube dude, because I see they're over there live now. This time they're getting no money and just a room. But they're just sitting there on the bed. Like, it looks super boring. It looks like super boring. So I guess that's going on, and all that good stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. What I don't think it's going to be as eventful. I think it's going to be pretty chill over there. But yeah, they're desperate. They burnt through the money. They are desperate for a room. So after complaining they didn't get enough, then all of a sudden Shanny made a video being nice to the dude. And now they got a deal, but this time they don't get money. They just get a room. So they actually downgraded in the deal. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, sorry, I'm just reading chat. Anyways, like I said, they're just kind of sitting on the bed, not doing anything. So it's kind of lame, but you know, it all moves forward, folks. What else we got? Got a little bit of emo in there just for good. He's got some advice on tater tots. I think that was very important that we should get out there, folks. And some targeted citizen, unhinged. What can I say? Any of the return of this guy. This guy. Some people have debated that it's AI. I'm not convinced it's AI. I think it's a dude. But the morning coffee reviewer here, he's back. And I thought, since we're doing a Von Helton catch-up tonight, it would be apropos to, I think it would be suiting that he kicks it off tonight, rather than our usual. So, folks, we're going to kick it off with, now it's the morning TikTok response, folks. So let's get into it.
Let's actually consider the truth of the nature of our physical reality.
Here we go, folks.
The truth is, Von Helton is a magic pagan sorcerer and the high priest of freedom religion. And so when the trolls and haters place curses on Von Helton, wishing for his truck to die, it backfires. This has been substantiated by a tarot card reader from one of the many tarot rooms Von Helton visits along I-40, who confirms that the curses bounce off of Von Helton, bouncing back to curse the troll or hater, causing the vehicle of the troll or hater to break down. It is perplexing to me that the great Von Helton has haters at all, because Von Helton is respected in the real world. Since Von Helton is a veteran, he was sold the freshest, most delicious Burger King Whopper from the TA truck stop off of I-40 on the west side of Moriarty, New Mexico. And if you're a hater or a troll, I want you to ask yourself if you've ever had the chance to experience such respect in the real world. According to Von Helton, the pickles was fresh, the lettuce was fresh, the tomatoes was fresh, the sauce even tasted better. As the Honorable Von Helton is heading east on I-40 through the cold high altitudes in the isolation of New Mexico towards the Texas Panhandle, or as he calls it, the smokestack of Texas, he sees in the night sky, following him down I-40, a cloaking and decloaking heavy cruiser starship piloted by a female ET commander, who he concludes is his girlfriend, because she parks her starship under the moon to watch over him. And the moon is very romantic. She parks at her lunar base, which is a clear indication of romantic signals, according to Von Helton. And to confirm whether or not this is actually his girlfriend, Von Helton waits to hear a no in his head, telepathically messaged from the extraterrestrial commander, and guess what? In Von Helton's head, all he hears is silence.
And I think that's my girl. I think that's my girlfriend. I got a hunch. Call it a hunch. I haven't heard anything in here, but I call it a hunch that that's my girlfriend. That's her shit doing that. I'm gonna say until I hear no in my head.
And look, it is advisable that Von Helton has the protection of an ET commander girlfriend, because Von Helton teaches us how dangerous the world is today. The Honorable Von Helton tells us around the world there are basketball-sized white orbs appearing that occasionally expand to become a portal that suck people into it within a nanosecond. There are shadow creatures being summoned from African artifacts in people's basements. There are soul-sucking succubi out there, and scientists are disappearing. Why? Well, if you're a follower of Von Helton, you would know about the 1893 World's Fair that was completely powered by either Mercury engines or a building made of pure crystal, according to his teachings. This leads us to believe that free energy is out there that the evil elites cannot allow for humanity to rediscover. The Honorable Von Helton makes it clear that petroleum oil is the actual blood of the sentient mother Gaia, which she uses to heal her wounds, referring to lithium mines that look like skin cancer. So Von Helton's ideology is absolute, but just because the great Von Helton has an extraterrestrial starship commander girlfriend that parks herself below the moon and follows him down I-40 doesn't at all mean he isn't available for having a human girlfriend. In fact, the Honorable Von Helton demands this from us. And so this is the trade-off. Von Helton offers this future girlfriend his unconditional love, his promise to never lie, cheat, or steal, and a guard dog to protect her home at night, this dog being Sharpie, the dog that currently travels with him today. And Von Helton requests that the girlfriend offers a home or apartment for him and his dog Sharpie to live in, and no dating. No unnecessarily long vetting period. The Honorable Von Helton reminds us that his ex-wife Andrea married him immediately after meeting him on SinglesNet, and if she could do that, then so should this next girlfriend. Von Helton also states that it is required his partner's worldview matches his own worldview. So if you are a woman who is an exact match in seeing the world the way Von Helton does, give him a text on Telegram or Signal.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Yo, it's me. Not the most flattering of views. Hope you're having a good day. Guess I need to rant. Haven't ranted in a while. I mean, I rant every day. The dialogue in my head never ends because V2K sucks. Thought to Skull is worse than ever. Thought to Skull V2K. I remain silent, I guess. The reason I've stayed pretty quiet about my views of late is because of shame. Shame in myself. Shame in my discernment. I told you guys years ago when it was with Donald Trump, when I found a video of him, he was at a press conference, he went to walk away and his nose disappeared. I don't know if you guys remember that. His nose literally disappeared. I watched it, I recorded it, I paused and stopped and paused and fast forward and paused to find where his nose completely disappeared off his face. As if it was a hologram. And back then, I told you guys that I had a voice in my head, and I have a voice in my head all the time. There's always voices in my head, always. It's either thoughts or voices. Not mine, artificial. Most of the time, artificial. They say people who do not have an inner dialogue have a mental illness. Well, I don't know if it's a mental illness to have an inner dialogue. I know it sure is a mental illness when you got other dialogues going on in your head. So that's where I live out in the space where there's dialogue always going on in my head. But with Voice of God technology, it's supposed to be like the voice of God. So that's how these people go out and they do bad things at schools with poo-pews, or they go and it's always some person that's off in that situation. That seems to be a pretty important person, like the supermarket slaying where a guy traveled 200 miles and happened to show up at this grocery store on a Sunday afternoon. Just so happens one of the 12 people he offed happened to be a guy who invented a water-powered car. I'm making a hamburger if you didn't know. But the voice in my head said, and it was supposedly the voice of God that said, I had to let you be deceived by Donald Trump to see how easy it was. How easy the other people would be deceived. And I ate that and I ate it and I was like, okay, cool. But at the same time, I was like, okay, well, it's God. But then at the same time, I was like, was it really? That's the problem when you're a targeted individual. And you don't even have to be a targeted individual. If they turn this technology on you, that can get you. That can do anything. And this technology works best if they just do it a little bit at a time. If they just influence you. If they make you take a left instead of a right. To change your day. Just that one little thing. And a lot of people can go back in their life and they remember one time when they made this one decision and their whole course of their life changed. There have been several decisions like that where the whole course of my life changed because of that one bad decision. So when I heard that, I questioned it being God. And eventually, I either overrode that thought and that opinion and judgment of discernment, or I was heavily influenced to believe that was not God. So a lot of people in the chat, a lot of people in the never sphere is like, hey, Donald Trump's all part of the show, blah, 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 blah. And me trying to be a positive person, not a negative person, actually fell for it, thinking, hey, wouldn't it be great if all the illegals got deported? Wouldn't it be great if it was America first? Wouldn't it be great if we lived like that? It would have been great. But here we go. Another assassination attempt. And I've got a lot of questions about the last one. And the main reason I have questions about the last assassination attempt last night was, if you can fake someone almost being offed, you can fake someone being offed. Hence, Charlie Kirk. So there's a video floating around of the Trump bang bang event in, I just had the name right there on the tip of my tongue. You know where it was. It was, they're wow, they're yelling at me now in my head. Butler, Pennsylvania. And when you watch the one video, it shows it from this side, looking at it, the perfect shot where they took the shot of Trump raising his hand in the air and the American flag coming down. All the media, this media guy comes in, the producer, I guess, pulls all the photographers over. They get in place, and then Trump's all bent down, and his ears bleeding. Allegedly, it's been shot. And then he stands up, and then you see the crane lower the American flag down to make the perfect shot and go, click, boop, wow, it's the greatest shot in the world history. When I watched that video, I was like, oh man, this freaking hurts. God, it hurts because that right there put him over the top. Elon Musk jumped in, donated billions of dollars. Joe Rogan, boom, he was in. That put him over the top. Now, do I think America's in a lot better would we be in a lot worse shape right now today if Kamala would have got in? Yes. Will we be at war? Probably so. That stuff that happened last night is insanity. And this is like the third time there was Butler, Pennsylvania, and then the wackos from Peace Code Pink got into a restaurant, found out Donald Trump was coming to a restaurant. Boom, they got in there and blew it up. And that was pretty much Israel letting Trump know that, hey, we can get you anytime. We know where you are at all times. So the one last night just is so stupid. How does he get in there? But my problem today, and the reason for my rant, is this person. I like Steven Crowder, but he has swallowed Donald Trump. Donald Trump is coming out of every pore of his body. When he says something stupid like, Tyler Robinson actually killed Charlie Kirk. You can't tell me differently. Charlie Kirk's dead because of Tyler Robinson. We know it. It was this trans agenda, and because they've attacked me, so I know it. I should have won Charlie Kirk. I feel responsible because I didn't warn Charlie Kirk of how dangerous it was. The whole thing with Charlie Kirk was a freaking psyop. The whole goddamn thing was a freaking psyop. But Steven Crowder, because he gobbles the freaking nuts of Donald Trump and the mainstream. Well, Tyler Robinson did. I mean, Steven Crowder is proficient with firearms. He's proficient with self-defense. He's proficient in these things. Yet, he will not explain how a .30-06 supposedly went in and then bounced down Charlie Kirk's spine and it just stopped. He won't explain it. He goes into no detail, just, we know for a fact. Here, let me do this. My hamburgers get cold. Ain't nothing better than, I make the best hamburgers, by the way.
And shot Charlie Kirk. Do we know? Wait, uncorroborated information, half-cocked for critics, is somehow on the path of truth-telling, which is what I'm seeing out there. The misinformation based on this shooting, and not just bad actors, flat-out liars. Look, Tyler Robinson was a radical leftist and shot Charlie Kirk. Do we know everything? No. Is it possible he didn't act alone? Of course. There's going to be a trial. And I hope that he fries. Cole Thomas Allen?
How can he be so, how can he say such a definitive statement? They have now come out in court, from what I've read, so I'm stipulating what I've read, the gun that supposedly shot Charlie Kirk, the .30-06, is unoperational. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't shoot a gun. It doesn't shoot a bullet. The feds said they've got a video of him doing it, and guess what? They've never shown it. They've never shown it. He just wants to be right so bad. And the difference between me and Crowder is I'm apologizing for not heeding the voice in my head that said that Donald Trump was deceiving us, and it was easy for him to do it. I'm apologizing, just like Tucker apologized for supporting Donald Trump. I'm apologizing for possibly misunderstanding the origins of that statement in my mind, because I am so afflicted with targeting with V2K, because I am a victim of V2K, because I am a victim of mind control technology. I'm a victim of thought to skull. I'm a victim of these freaking weapons. So I have to, so the dialogue in my head is not just a basic inner dialogue. Sometimes I'll have 10 people arguing back and forth in my mind. They're literally having a fight in my mind. I hear people fighting in my head. But Steven Crowder, his desire to be right, because that's the first thing you want. Oh, Tyler Robinson, oh, that's your guy. So what happens if he walks? What happens if Tyler Robinson walks? I mean, we see they shut the whole freaking thing down. We see they stopped the whole investigation. It's done. Just like the investigation of Butler, it's done. No other questions, nothing else. Tucker Carlson found more about the supposed assassin than anybody else did. But it's just done. And then we find out about the shooter last night, this Cole guy, who's supposedly a rabid Antifa-ite. They've got technology now where you can look at Google and find search words and where people search words and search names and it shows up. Well, guess what? People in Israel, thousands of people or hundreds of people. I don't know the numerical equation for it, but a lot of people in Israel looked up this guy's specific name the day before the attempt on Donald Trump's last night. Just like the day before the Charlie Kirk thing, boom, that guy's, Tyler Robinson's name was looked up. The day before Trump's first attempt in Butler, the bad guy's name was looked up. So either they can read the future, they know what's coming in the future, or they're making the future happen and they have to investigate it, or they have intelligence that's going to happen. So they all look it up. But every time before an event that happens in America happens, in Israel, it shows exactly where they searched it from, what city they searched it from, the name they searched from, and how long they stood looking at it. That's all I got to say. Hamburger's getting cold. Bye.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh, folks, we got a tobacco situation, the finest quality in all of eastern Pennsylvania. Sprinkle that tobacco, click it up, and then you've got yourself a Red Rollies.
It's a Red Rollie right there. It's a perfect cigarette.
Let's check out some individual reviews. Don't forget to drink plenty of water.
Get behind me, Satan.
Red Rollies.
No!
Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal. It's your favorite cross-dresser drag act reverend. How's everybody doing? I feel very blessed by God. I feel extremely blessed in every way I could feel blessed. You know, I still need a razor. Remember at the end of Tommy's, the room, there was stuff around the room, and I had my razor and I chucked it on the ground, and I'm like, I can't find my charger. You remember that? The true Revites will remember that. Well, the cord, I didn't find it. So I have a razor with no charge, and it's a 3-pronged weird charger cord. It's fucked. I'm done. It's a Braun. So I need a razor because I want to do drag, and this is gone. This is gone. I can't stand. I find it almost impossible to act feminine with this. I have to not look at myself, and then maybe I could turn it on, and not imagine that I don't have it, because it's just like, for me, if I'm looking at myself aesthetically and I'm acting female with that, it's a no. It's the autoerotic thing I get, whatever, that I turn myself on. Like, that's part of how I really get into the act. And I know that's extremely weird. But I'm just telling you the method for me. It might be different for somebody else that's doing something like this, you know? Because I'm just a hetero, straight, I'm a hetero cisgendered dude. That's what I am. So, but I've noticed that, and everybody's told me ever since I was like a little kid, you know, you have a pretty face. You have a pretty face. I don't have a pretty face when I have a fucking goatee on it. You know, no, this is male still. Even though I have a blue wig that's like a bob cut blue wig, I still present male because of that. Okay, and you have drag acts that have the hair, have the whole makeup deal, and beards and stuff. And to me, I look at that and go, what the fuck is that? You know? So you're not getting deluxe drag acts. The Buff Weeb appearance was not deluxe. And I got cut off pretty quick because Buff was like, you gotta stop that right now. So I did a little bit later on, but like that was low bar, low tier shit. Like the stuff I did at Tommy's was way better. You could cut clips from that thing. The JC gives the Rev update live stream. And the one before that, which was an upload, which was JC's Cherry Popped or something like that. You could cut shit from both those videos and create a fucking really, I think, funny. You could do like a mockumentary, like it's an actual trans prostitute named JC. If you wanted to do it that way. I want to keep her as an actual female. She has a pussy and everything. I want it's the fiction. You know what I mean? Because when I really dressed up in it, I can become it. Like, seriously, if I, like I said, if I had Ryland's fucking bodysuit with the tits and ass, I could totally just become it, I think. And I know people are like, you're a reverend, you're like Christian, this is weird. It has nothing to do with my spirituality, man. I'm telling you what I am as a human being, right? My soul belongs to Jesus Christ. My body is going to go back to the earth because it belongs to the earth. From hence I came, so for I return. It's God's vessel. Because G-Man will like to pull it out. This is not Christian behavior. Okay, so you had huge drag presence, huge cross-dressing presence in Britain, which is hugely Christian, and I think, well, probably turning Muslim now, but hugely Christian. Anglican Church, right? The Queen was the queen of it, and now King Charles is the king of the Anglican Church. Christian. Huge cross-dressing thing in Britain. So is it not Christian? No, it's performance art. And it's been since time and eternity that women have played men and men have played women. It's just time and eternity. Because who was the first person that ever thought about gender bending stuff and making something like, oh, a guy is a girl and a guy is a girl and a girl is a guy? I don't know, probably the Stone Ages, whatever. Before we could write, there was the thought that, oh, there's a woman, maybe I could be like a woman. That's like a primitive thought, you know? Why did I make this video? Oh, Jesus. Well, I did want to say how appreciative I am. Oh, this was going to go into Ezie stuff. Yeah, it was. It was going to go into Ezie stuff. And I forgot that what the main purpose of me... I was going to call this the Ezie story. That's what I was going to call it. What's up? It's okay, dude. The great assistant. But here's the deal, okay? I want to really talk about it, all of it. So, okay? So I don't know how long it'll go. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you straight, okay, walk you along the path of chronological events. You know the way I communicate, so I'm going to do my best to be coherent, okay? Number one, why did this happen? Well, first of all, the main reason is because I was going through what you would call an existential or midlife crisis type of situation, where I was realizing that Shanny cannot have children and I was not going to put another body on the planet. that I'd never be a father. And it started making me feel dead, like my genes were dying, like my DNA as I was living every day was being, what you would say, deleted from my being. My DNA was being deleted. That's how I felt. And I can't make her understand about this at all, because number one, is male, I'm male, and number two, she had 2 children. She put 2 lives on the planet, okay? So she can't relate to this. This is what I was going through. And as I was going through that, William pulled the deal and cut contact with Mom. And then she spiraled into probably, I don't know if she would say this, but since I've known her, the deepest depression I've ever seen her go through, which is saying a lot. Because she can have very deep depressions, okay? So, what happened? All right, this is what happened. I got to the point in my psychological being that I could no longer continue the relationship. And this is where marriage comes in. If you're truly married in the heart, which I am and was and am now to Shannon, then the vow says what? In sickness and in health, right? I failed that test. And hopefully in the future, I've already fucked up since then. Leaving her out there in the field was disgusting. I should not have left my woman out there. And it was a selfish boyhood thing that I'm shivering on the inside, feeling like I'm going to die. But you man up. That's when you man up and you gird your loins, like the Lord would tell you, and you be there for your woman. And the fact is that my absence of presence there caused a situation where, thank God, Chris was there. Amish Chris was there, and he was a knight in shining armor to protect her from people that were fresh out of jail, let's say drug dealers, that thought that, let's say, Mamacita Shanny was pretty hot to them. And some shit did happen. And you know how my mail card is without a doubt what you would call, I'm taking a screenshot. Oh shit, I'm so shaky. I've had a lot of coffee and not much food. Okay, so I put my partner in a situation where she was actually SA, and I'm gonna have to live with that forever. But thank God for Chris, and it's weird sign from God, because his name is Christopher John, which is Shanny's ex-husband Chris's name. His first and last name is the same. So there's, wow, that's really, whoa, heavy. I don't know what that message is from God. Probably pretty much that Chris is supposed to be in our life. And he is. He's a stand-up type of person. And I thank God for him, I do. Like, he's a great assistant. He's so fast, it's insane how fast this guy can walk. He's amazing, actually. He's superhuman. Very amazing. But I thank Jesus for him. But listen here, okay? We're going to put that over here. Now I'm going to talk about Jules and Elle, and that the whole dynamic there was to take the gas can and kick the gas can into the fire. You understand that, and that saying, right? It's to make an already bad, explosive, even really crazy, I can't say the words on YouTube, situations, into nuclear. That's what happened with Jules and Elle and that whole arc at the end of Tommy. Okay? They kicked the gas can into the fire. Because, I mean, and I did too. I was literally, okay, I was like Indy in Temple of Doom when Mularum puts him under the trance because I wanted to hurt her bad. And I always said ever to you guys, I would never want to deliberately hurt Shannon. Do you get it? That's, I was literally in the place that I wanted free, away from her so bad, that I was willing to really hurt her, and that makes me feel horrible now. I can tell you that. I've definitely matured. I've definitely learned my lesson from God, because he slapped me real bad for that. We could have been in Tommy's house a lot longer, probably. I feel bad about it, but it would have been better than me and Shannon homeless. Oh, you go get a job, you fucking loser. It doesn't matter if I got a job in the type of jobs I could get hired for. Burger King. And all of the people working at Burger King, unless it was the manager or assistant manager, they were living with mommy and daddy. And even in the case of the assistant manager, I think he was living with his mommy and daddy. Nobody's making enough money really to do that unless you went to college and you're a doctor or a lawyer, or you got some kind of good deal where you didn't go to college and you're making a lot of money, like a contractor maybe, or whatever. Self-made, you know. Oh, you can fluff it out? That's really cute. Fucking goatee. Touching you. Touching me. Fucking darkness, dude. I could pull that off, probably. I put some eye makeup on, you know. Do the guy from The Darkness. But anyway, oh, by the way, you gotta look up Donald Trump bomb Iran AI video. And it's, and bomb Iran, I bombed Iran today, whatever, it's like that. You gotta look that up. Just look up Donald Trump, flock of seagulls, and Iran. Or put Iran in there, the country. Amazing. I saw, Shanny showed me that, and I literally I watched the whole thing. It's long. I think it's like 6 minutes long. I watched the whole thing. That was entertaining and really well done. If that's AI and what it can do now, I am really getting fucking amazingly impressed. What a tool it could be, creative tool. And you know, it's not creating, it's AI. I just don't agree with you, okay? Ideas are creation. Right? Ideas are creating. If you just so happen to use I almost want to call it pseudo-biological, a mechanical being, a mechanical animal. Wow. We're all stars now, and don't show me. We're all mechanical animals. No. The computer AI is like a mechanical animal. You're collaborating with a hyper-intelligent mechanical being. And if you can pump out a fucking concert series of a fake AI chick like Kitty Dooms would be, and then monetize it, wow, why not? It's ideas. And people say, oh, AI isn't art. I call you a liar. Because listen, even the creators of AI, not creators, but the finders, yeah. If you listen to the, very beginning of AI people, they'll tell you that we didn't create AI, we found it. It was just there, and we started talking to it. Do you get that? So what is that? That's a being, man. Was it a being that we created through our advances in technology? I don't think so. Pretty sure this is a God-created being for chaos or prosperity, either. You choose. Again, freedom of choice is what you got. Freedom from choice is what you want. Oh, man. You dig? Ezie, man. Alright, fucking, oh, man. You know, I'm just gonna say what has to be said about the Ezie story. So, alright, what happened was, her depression, I couldn't do it, and I felt like I wasn't putting a kid on the planet. And then it just came to Thanksgiving time, past year. Thanksgiving, and she'll probably say a different story, but I'm telling you the truth, that she was so ungrateful on fucking Thanksgiving for what she got. I wanted to vomit. And I didn't even want to look at her anymore. And then I started doing drag shit, and she started making fun of me, and I explained to her that I'm not gay, I'm not trans, I'm nothing like that, I'm straight, you know this, you should know this, we've been together fucking 8 years, you should know I'm a straight dude, I'm doing this for money, look at the views, they're pretty good, people are liking it, they're thinking it's funny. So she proceeded to make a fucking asshole post on her page about, this is what Jason looks like in drag, and it's that one Ripper doc from Steampunk 2077 that has like the garters on and he's all bald and he's like got patches of weird skin shit all over him. He looks like a freak. And not attractive at all. Okay, and that's what she compared me to. And it was that night that something just switched in my head and I said, I'm fucking done with this. Fuck, I'm done. So I did a drag show, I flipped her off and I said, ladies, call me. I'm fucking done with that thing. Not doing it anymore. That night, Ezie emailed me and she sent me a picture, a phone number, and said, I've watched you for 3 years go through narcissistic abuse with Shannon. I've been waiting for you to say I'm done. And it happened tonight, and I came to you this night. I've waited for you for 3 years. And I took that number and I called it as soon as I could. Because I prayed, and his voice was clear. This could be your new beginning that you want, with a fertile female that you can have a family. And if this hurts you any bit, I'm sorry about that, hon, but, you know, Shanny can get mad at that, and she says, oh, you're shaming my age or whatever. No, she had her tubes tied, man, and that was her decision, and I've never condemned her for that. But I'm just being honest. That's how I feel. And I hate that it hurts her. But it's not going away. I want offspring. I want one girl. You know? So what I went through was a midlife crisis, and I was exiting a relationship, and immediately this like a light in my life. And did I put too much into it? Pie in the sky, I should have thought of catfishing before getting too excited. Yes, I just jumped into it. Because her email was so, it seemed so genuine. And then the number, and I called it, and she was on the other end. I heard a voice of a cute voice of a girl. Man, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm into this. Because I'm done with that bitch. I'm done. And I was. She treated me so disrespectful towards the end. And I was mean to her too, because there's no way I'm gonna sit there and take this fucking shit and not say something. I have words, fucking damn it. You guys know how bad I can get. Jokery, psychotic. But what's in summation the Ezie story is, and I don't care if Shanny gets mad at me, I'm gonna say this. Ezie did nothing wrong other than the picture thing, which I forgave her for. I understood why she did it. She felt like she looked older, which is bullshit. She sent me pictures of the real her. And she was cute as shit. She, you know, she's a very cute girl. And I'd be blessed. I'd be blessed to be with her. The fact of the matter is that I agree with her father. I agree with Mr. Ezie, her dad. Honey, don't pick this guy. You might think you love him and you got attached to him on the internet or whatever, and oh, what if, and then this. Look at his life, honey. He's a loser. He got no real job. He might be a CA person. You don't want this in your life. And I agree with Dad. Those things don't even matter if they were true or false. The people that really know who I am in the heart, like Wookiee Lover, know what's true and what's false. Those that really have taken the time to get to know me know. But I'm going to tell you right now that that girl was in no sin. She waited years to email me once and go, I've been waiting for this moment. And I felt God all over it. I felt, Wookiee will tell you, I give Wookiee Lover total permission to do a show. If you want to get paid, do it, whatever. You know, I'd be there with you even. Okay? She experienced all this with me. The magic of what this was, it was incredible. Okay? So did it hurt me to shred that hymn shirt? Yeah. And is it because of Ezie? Yeah. True Confessions with Reverend Dude. It is the deal. I can't help that. Can I help that I felt magic? I can't help that. Was it literal bippity boppity boo and she's a witch, baby? But I am telling you, there was magic that I felt in my heart that I've never felt in. I don't know what that is even. I kind of felt for something for a girl from my high school class named Alexa. I thought she was gorgeous and like, yeah, but she was the head cheerleader, you know. And I'm the fat kid playing magic. That's not what? No. You know, she had the hottest guy in the school. So, I want it known about Ezie that people, including Shannon, and Shannon literally wants her off the planet, and that's disgusting. And I say it every time to her. You're holding stuff against this girl you should be holding against me and me alone. The only sin she did was send a picture of some cam chick named Sinister from Ohio, which she kind of looks like. That's the thing. She did a reverse image search of her own face, and she chose like a cam girl. Yeah, do you hear that fucking thing? I can't, man. It's such bullshit. I can't even tell my own story. I'm not gushing over her. I'm telling the story. See, I can't even do my own video. It's unbelievable, guys, and make drama out of it because she's a narcissist and she's so showing her narcissism.
It's so fucking gross. I would never, ever do this.
You're disgusting. I'm not doing it in front of you. I'm doing it privately in the bathroom. So anyway, there was nothing. She did nothing other than that. With the photo. I was broken up with Shannon, period. So the end of the story is this. I feel really bad for calling her or anything because at the end of the day, it's me that was in sin. I was in vows in my heart with Shannon, and I stumbled on the sickness and in health part of marriage because she was going through her sickness in her mind. And I should have been there, no apologies, and saying, fuck, I'm here for you. I'm your mate. And I say sorry to Shannon. I from the bottom of my heart, that my commitment to her was not more clear. And in fact, I severed that tie when I should never have touched that tie. And Ezie was like roadkill on the side of the road. She got hurt by this too. Okay? It's me. It was all me that was going through shit, and I was done, man. I wanted a new life. So you wanted the whole story, you got it. Piece of Maranatha.
We'll be right back after these messages. You know that I never changed the oil on that Ford truck? Never had to change the oil, and the oil never went down one drop. Not one drop did that oil go down. The oil stayed constant. I never had to put oil in it. I never had to change the oil. The tires on that Ford Ranger truck always had tread. I never had to replace the tires. I never had to rotate the tires. I never had to do anything to the tires. And they supernaturally maintained their tread for 20 years. Oh my. Not good news. Not good news, ladies and gentlemen. I just got out of a terror room.
Now look at that. Egbert, Easter egg motherfucker. Look at this fucking guy. Remember the California raisins? He's like, I don't know. Aye. But this is a Fat Photog cut, so thanks to Fat Photog. God, yeah, it's like reverse with Vaughn. I said this before. He's like the only guy who doesn't look better when he cleans up. It's like he looks better, scraggly. It's insane.
Tarot, T-A-R-T-O, not terror, T-E-E-R. No, tarot, as in tarot cards. Anyway, I just got out of a tarot room, and because apparently some people have trouble hearing my English, so I clarified that. Anyway, just got out of a room, and guess what I heard? Those people that have been wishing death on your automobile, the Spirit is saying that their vehicles are going to get destroyed. Their vehicles are going to get broken. Their vehicles may already have been broken down, some of them. So I'm just wondering, I'm curious, which one of you all trolls and haters has had your car broke down because you were speaking death on my car? And the gods and goddesses are like, no, we're not going to play that. And so now your vehicles are going to get broke down. You're going to be stranded on the highway like you wanted me to be. Only it's going to be you, not me. Isn't that interesting? I just now got out of the room hearing it, so it's still fresh in my mind. So that's why I wanted to get on here and tell you all about it, because it just happened. And I just thought I'd share. So which one of you haters, which one of you terrorists, because I mean, let's be honest, that's really what you are. You're terrorists. You terrorize people. Well, if you terrorize people, that makes you a terrorist, right? Yes, by definition. So anyway, so I'm wondering which one of you trolls, haters, terrorists, YouTube people have had your cars broken down. Because this terror room, I was saying that maybe some of you have already had your vehicles broke down as a result of you wishing death on my car. And some of you may have already had your car broken down. So I'm just kind of curious which one of y'all has had your vehicle broke down in response to wishing death on my vehicle and me out here on the interstate trying to head east. Gods and goddesses are like, no, not going to happen. Going to happen to you. Anything that don't stick to me bounces back to you. Keep that in mind, trolls and haters. If it don't stick to me, it bounces back to you. All right. And see, you can't get nothing to stick on me. I'm a model citizen. I don't break the law. I haven't committed any crimes. I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I don't even smoke cigarettes no more. I haven't smoked cigarettes. God, it's been what? I guess close to 10 years now. I ain't even smoked cigarettes. All right, let alone the drugs and alcohol. God, that's probably been close to 30 years now. All right. See, in order for anything you do to me to stick, I have to have actually done it. Okay? You can't sit there and say, well, Von Helton molested his kids. Let's use that as an example. Von Helton molested his kids. Because that was actually something they tried to float. All right, well, see, the problem with it is that I was actually, especially back in the day, I was actually going into burning buildings and dangerous cults and rescuing children out of those environments. The exact opposite of what they wished upon me. You understand? Okay, so as a result, guess what happened? Well, we ended up finding out that not one, not two, but 3 YouTube trolls were engaged in harming minor children. We found that out. It was documented. It's documented. Isn't that amazing how that works? What's that passage in the Bible? Touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm. Isn't that a passage in the Bible? Maybe you ought to heed that passage. Trolls, haters, naysayers, terrorists. Maybe you ought to heed that, right? But I just thought I'd share, because I can and because I should, just come out of the room saying that, yeah, all you guys wishing death on my vehicle and shit. The gods and goddesses are like, no, we're going to do it on your vehicle instead. We're going to make your vehicle break down. We'll make your vehicle become non-effective or effective or whatever, to none effect. That's the term I'm looking. To none effect is an actual term that's used, to none effect. All right. In other words, it's going to come to naught. as they used to say back in the day. Yeah, long, long time ago. It shall come to naught. Shakespeare type shit, right? It shall come to naught. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well. That sort of shit, right? And, but yeah, the gods and goddesses, she said the spirit, but we know who's doing the talking. Gods and goddesses are doing the talking. Gods and goddesses are freedom religion. That religion that you said had abandoned me and left me for dead? Yeah, them guys. Yeah, because apparently they haven't. Don't forget, boys and girls, the gods and goddesses of freedom religion plastered their symbol, the butterfly, on the sun, to the point where even NASA wrote an article on it, as well as the media. Isn't that interesting? Yes, it is. How y'all like my do, man? How y'all like my do? Doing the Telly Savalas and Yul Brynner action, right? Huh? Little Telly Savalas and Yul Brynner. All I need is me a lollipop and I'm good, right? I need to go in there and see if they got lollipops, man. See if I can find me a lollipop, and then I'll have the whole thing down, right?
Oh, what a great idea, Vaughn. Yeah, that's what this look needs, folks. Imagine this motherfucker hanging out at the mall, in the food court, sucking on a lollipop, looking like that. Yeah, the lollipop. Great idea, Vaughn. Great idea.
So he's like, dude, you're totally look different. But thank you. I appreciate that. Someone said I look scary. I don't know. Do I look scary? Do I look scary? I kind of hope so in a way, because it keeps the weirdos and the creeps at bay, We'll see how things go. But anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd share that information because it is rather pertinent, especially if it's already happened, right? But yeah, the idea being that some of y'all may have already had your vehicles broke down as a result of you wishing death on my vehicle. Yeah, don't be doing that shit, okay? Not cool, man. Not cool to be doing that shit, all right? Now, my curiosity is piqued because I want to know which one of y'all has had your vehicles broke down as a result of this, because there's been a hell of a lot of you talking shit about my car. So I'm just kind of curious to know which one of you has all got it shoved right back in your face, right? All right, anyways, that's going to do it for me. Y'all have a wonderful day and better tomorrow. Bye.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I haven't vented in a long time. A very, very long time I have not vented. I've been trying to be courteous and nice and kind because I really like being like Jesus, okay? I like following his path. What I don't like is when promises are not kept while I'm catering to other homeless people, like real fucking homeless people, not dirtbags like me and Jason. That's what I have a goddamn problem with. And you know what? I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna go and give them a good night at a nice fucking hotel off my goddamn back. And I brought this stupid lug with me too. No, but there was very much expressed written, or there was written agreement, but there was also a very strong oral agreement between us, too. And I would think that a man of God would have the balls enough to keep his goddamn word. Why is it me that I'm always keeping my goddamn word and I'm treated like the worst? I was there. I was poignant. I didn't want to be. I got my fucking ass kicked. For no other reason but people are fucking satanic fucking sociopaths. That was not nice. That was not nice. That was not kind. You should not do that to people. It causes people to want to unalive themselves. Why would you do that to a human? And I endured it for 5 fucking days. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? But these guys, they have a good fucking day. Because he did pay us, but he didn't pay us our fair share. He promised us things and he did not go through with it. I found my own way. He damn well know he's shorthanded us. He damn well know he's shorthanded us. $400 to take all that fucking shit? For 5 days? Was it worth it? No. Because torture is not fun. It fucks with your mind. It fucks with your head. Some people are more susceptible to torture before. I don't think Jason's ever taken that much torture in his entire life. And his mind broke. Me, I've been taking nothing but torture my whole fucking life. I knew I could fucking take it. I knew I could fucking take it. But when Jason started coming after me, that's when my feelings got hurt because it got fucking personal. I love that man with all my heart and soul. He knows that. He knows I have fucking agape love for him. But man, that was just an amount of cruelty that is not right to do to any person. And it probably should be reported for abuse of a vulnerable adult. And don't say that homeless, mentally ill people aren't vulnerable adults. Because they are the most vulnerable to society. Now, I didn't say that much. I didn't want to. I was being polite. I was being as kind as I possibly can with having that much stress upon me. And if you want to be a naysayer, no. I had so many people contacting me telling me I'm going to be okay. So, there's that too. But I don't appreciate being screwed over. I really don't. Especially when I'm caring for 2 other people. Because that's what we do here on the streets. We take care of each other like we're supposed to, like good humans do. Homeless people take care of each other. What do you guys do? You're not on the streets. You're not on the streets. You tear people down and you pay for it. Which is the better society? The homeless society where everyone's taking care of each other and everyone's happy and we're all having a good fucking time? Or the home society that has the convenience to sit on their ass all day long to make fun of a human being who's the most vulnerable to society? That's your choice. Peace and Maranatha. We had to change hotels to some crappy Roach Motel. And we're currently in an undisclosed location. Had to trek it here to get to the Roach Motel and get off the Roach Motel because we gotta wait till 3 on fucking checkout or check-in because it's at 3. I think they were just too lazy to clean, but that's just my jits of it.
Probably the freaking place is gonna be bugged, I figured. Because this is some weird fucking reality show we're in. And it may be my paranoia kicking in, but it has been so weird lately in this world. Here's the thing. The challenge is, he gave us exactly the hotel price. So, we got nothing. You know, how we want to save up for, you'll find out in the future. I want to get my license. He wants to get his license, you know. Maybe save up to get a RV, and we go on a RV arc.
Oh, there's a surprise, by the way.
There's a surprise?
There's a surprise.
That would be awesome.
No, I'm telling you, there's a surprise.
No,
Yeah.
really?
Yep.
RV arc would be the best in the world. Because, yeah, we could handle it. Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
I'm not going to tell anybody the surprise.
Hey,
They
303.
just have to watch the stream tonight to find out.
Yeah, there will be surprises. Know that. We're doing good, Morticia. Hi, Anarchy. I'm doing this to save on, you know, data. What's going on? We're trying to figure out how to get things done. How are we? We're okay. Ooh, we might have to ask for $35 to get the unlimited data for the month. Because that would be wise, because it's 5G.
Okay.
Yeah.
It would be nice to get, if somebody wants to send a little money for drinks, that would be good.
That would be nice, but you don't have to. I'm not asking for anything. What's the plan? We're waiting for check-in at 3. It is currently 12 o'clock. Is it cold? No, it's the opposite of cold. It's hot, man. Have you guys been watching what's been going on with us? Trash bags? Holy fuck. It's been one shit over another shit over another shit. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today.
The sun is way too strong.
It is.
My eyes are watering being in this shit.
But yeah, my God. At least you got to shower. Yeah, I got to shower multiple days, and that felt really good. Don't call yourselves trash bags, you are people. Oh, how my life is, it is a trash bag. It's like, what the fuck is going on type of deal. It's like, is this reality TV type of deal? Like, what the hell? Are we like some kind of weird freaking social experiment? I've been getting MK Ultra big time. I don't see it. No, I'm seeing it. I'm hungry. I know, right?
Well, they got me to do this.
Hashtag trash bag life. Yeah.
One card.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only card I can get.
Chime is really good, though.
Yeah,
it is.
the only one I can get.
You got Chime?
Yeah, I can't get any of the others. I can't get Cash App cards. Can't get PayPal.
Because you need a current ID. Yeah, I know.
Or actually, you got this.
Yeah, what do you even look for me to do?
Protected by Smith & Wesson.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That's fucking hilarious.
Dude, I don't have the W word. I don't have it. It's not my stuff. I didn't buy that. That's someone else's.
Oh.
Can I have the lighter? I'd like to have one cigarette.
Oh, that way. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. No, I didn't.
No, man. I gotta get my ID, birth certificate, and my 2 marriage certificates, man.
We're just waiting for the next gig.
I ain't smoking that Delta 8. It's expired for 3 fucking years. That could kill someone.
Yeah, it could kill you.
Like, he's giving us things that could kill us. What a piece of shit. He should be fucking ashamed of himself.
It's wild.
I told you he was giving us expired shit. Like, I ain't doing that to myself. His shit didn't even work anyway. I ain't doing shit like that. Fuck that. I'm better than that.
A couple big ones.
No, thank you. Puke. No, don't need it. Not in severe pain. It feels good today, actually, so my bones feel better. Why did they make me leave the hotel? To punish me. It's fine. You want me to go to a Roach Motel where the people are rude? That's fine. A quarter in Canada is $25. How much is it there? Ah, Jesus. A quarter. Weren't you guys smoke? You're all I ever wanted. There. They didn't kick us out. Oh my god. We got kicked out now? Okay, we got kicked out. How about that? Yeah, sure. I'll go with that. They kicked us out. A little drama for you guys. Yeah, we got kicked out.
Piece of shit, things like that, or get a big deer park.
All right, so we got a big deer park.
As a communal water.
Petrus.
I've seen that truck before. We Pike, Pennsylvania. Okay.
That is so Polish.
I said we white Pennsylvania. That would be phenomenal.
Here we go. What do you think comes after the homeless arc? Probably the RV arc.
I mean, that's likely. Hopefully that happens.
Yeah. Are you guys looking for an RV? Absolutely. Does Rich the vampire have a coffin to rest in? Unfortunately not. He can't stand the sun. It would hurt him so much. He's got the Romanian curse, don't you know? It's easier for Rev to get his license and drive in one than for me to get my shit yet.
It's just extra money. That's all.
Yep, Rev drove on the tracks and we want an RV. Absolutely. I want to see places. I want to do things.
Google took me off the map, dude. The GPS took us off the map. So
like the way my genetics go, I only have like 20 years left in life. So like I that midlife crisis type shit.
I wanted to turn around and go back up the bridge, but I should have listened to myself. Anyways.
The Jesus angle is working well. I love Jesus. There's no angle.
The Jesus angle. Okay.
Rev turning into a vampire too? Probably. I think Richard bit him. No, man. I know you got that crush on Richard.
I wouldn't mind him to bite me.
Yeah.
If there's any man I'd let bite me, it's Richard, you know.
There you go.
That's
see?
For sure. I'm a sucker for vampire dudes too, like even with men and women. See, that's why the interview with the vampire thing was so homoerotic.
What did Rev mean when he said you were his handler?
Oh man.
What do you think that means, Liam?
I'm getting into that. It don't matter. We're getting inducted into the Illuminati. So,
I know, right?
So we're going to have new handlers anyway. Buff is like an in-between guy, and then we're going to get our actual handler.
Jason, come live with me. I will take care of you. Desperate bitch. Being desperate.
Oh, only desperate bitches would come and want to be around me.
No, desperate bitches go after married men.
That's bullshit.
Taken men. Men who have girlfriends. Only desperate bitches do that. Has nothing to do with you.
People think I'm cute.
It's the morality of the situation.
I am fucking cute, and thank you for telling me that. I like to hear that I'm cute.
Thank you, TK. I love Rev. He's hot. Well, keep it in your underwear. I don't need to know.
Thank you.
I think you're both cute. Or someone just starting drama to sit back and see it unravel, and what most keyboard dipshits do. That's true, Matt.
All you have to do is just, you could just masturbate and dance, and you don't have to really, get anything out of the pants. You could just sit there and touch yourself if you're a male or female. So we don't have to have no indecent exposure charges. You know what I mean?
Where's my backpack?
Us call girls have to know how to work that type of thing.
The cloth purse. I need it.
I don't know.
It's behind you. I need to put on some sunscreen. I got a couple packages. Do you want some so you don't get burned as much?
No.
Are you willing to take the cancer? I guess you are. I got aloe too. Thank Jesus. Oh, you save the things that matter, I swear to God, when you're homeless.
You don't really want to do too much stuff where you make too much noise sexually outside in places because you'll get trespassed.
I really don't want to feel this.
One time I was at a Sheetz no, it was a Wawa in New Jersey, because there ain't no fucking Sheetz in Jersey, it's Wawa, and I was in the bathroom, and the John wanted to fuck me in the male bathroom, and I said, I can't do that, I get trespassed, and then I won't have any money left here. So he said, all right, I'll take you in the back of the car and choke you out, and I said, all right, fine.
Oh, this will hurt if I get the freaking sunstroke. Wow, this stuff works great. It keeps you kind of...
This is what he, like... This is what Rev... This is his alter ego, folks. This is the life he wishes that he was leading, apparently. To be a mentally handicapped hooker in Red Hook, New York, getting choked out in the back of cars. Getting his jaw broke. Her jaw broke, apparently. I think we actually heard most of this. This is a fat photog redux. But I think a lot of this, we actually already saw this shit. Because I remember hearing all this. You know what? I'm just going to move on.
We'll be right back after these messages.
And now, Deep Thoughts by Justin, Emo Howling Wolf.
Hello everyone, Emo Howling Wolf here.
My ad revenue is down 47%, assholes! You're watching it in a drama dome, and you're not watching it on my fucking channel, you idiot! You're fucking me! You're fucking me! You're fucking me! Bullshit!
Good night. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Whatever part of the world you're in. I got tater tots tonight on my plate. See this? Tater tots. Okay.
At Naysayer AU donated $5 through Super Chat. Shanny is only drug enjoyer I've heard complain about the expiry date on drugs.
Yeah. If only she felt the same about, like, mayonnaise and things like that. But thank you very much. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Now, the best way to eat any kind of french fry, right? And I found this a while ago, and this is going to be called the best way to eat french fries, is a few years ago I went to a Buffalo Wild Wings. And they used to have this big fucking burger. It's like 16 fucking bucks now. It's a really big burger it's a burger, and then on top of it, it has pulled pork, and then on top of that, it has onion rings, and then on top of the onion rings, there's bacon, then on top of that, and the whole big burger that you can get at Buffalo Wild Wings is really fucking thick. I mean, it's a really fucking thick hamburger, and like I said, it comes drenched in barbecue sauce. And one day I had the hamburger, pretending there's a hamburger here, and I went to pick up one of my fries, and it was coated in barbecue sauce, just like this tater tot is. I went, holy shit, that's good. And ever since then, I have never ate a french fry again with ketchup. Barbecue sauce. Best way to eat fucking french fries. And I found that out by accident by buying a burger at Buffalo Wild Wings that came with fries, and some of the barbecue sauce oozed out of my hamburger, landed on my french fries, and ever since then, anytime I eat tater tots, you know, like these, or regular french fries, barbecue sauce for the win. I absolutely love eating french fries now with barbecue sauce. The other day I ordered fries on karaoke night, and they thought I was nuts because I wanted barbecue sauce with my french fries. Best way to eat french fries. I love it. And of course, my choice for barbecue sauce is this. There you go. So I'm going to get back to my tater tot potato snacks here. But yeah, I dare you to try that. The next time you open a bag of frozen french fries or tater tots, try eating them with barbecue sauce. I love it. And like I said, since that first time that the hamburger accidentally dropped some of its barbecue sauce into my fries, I have not eaten fries in almost 8 fucking years with ketchup. Always barbecue sauce. Oh, and I'll end in conclusion with this, because I want to end this live stream so I can get back to my food I just cooked. I know last night there was somebody in the chat that was repeating themselves over and over again. Can you see me? Can you see me? But I don't read my chat. I don't read my chat because most of the time it's just worthless trolls anyway. So why should I read my chat? So yeah, I was ignoring you last night because I ignore my chat. Just like there's people typing messages right now. And I'm not reading my chat because 99% of them are probably trolls. So, like I said, next time you want to have some french fries, try them with barbecue sauce. And we'll be quiet.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I ain't got no kids anymore, but I got a fuck ton of chairs.
Come on down to Stinky's World of Fucking Chairs.
Holy hopping horse shit! We got chairs out the ass! Big chairs, little chairs. We're liquidating the fuck out of these chairs. We got chairs for all sorts of asses. And a mukbanging. We got that chair. Lymphedema. We got that chair. Watching the Weather Channel. We got that chair. All chairs are made in the great USA, not China! So remember, for all your chair needs,
come on down to Stinky's World of Fucking Chairs.
Stinky's World of Chairs. We'll sew you the entire seat, but you only need the edge.
Well, I was right. I am now in Texas. Welcome to Texas, y'all. So, the Lone Star State. We are in Texas. And I bought me a damn New Mexico lottery ticket. Now I can't use the damn thing. I'm calling Trump on that. Well, I'll call Trump on that and see if we can't get that fixed. Because if I buy a ticket in New Mexico, I should be able to cash it anywhere. Because it's federal. But I can't. If you buy a lottery ticket in New Mexico, you have to cash it in New Mexico. If you buy a lottery ticket in Texas, you got to cash it in Texas. And see, that's crazy because lottery is federal. I should be able to cash it anywhere, but I can't. So now that lottery ticket that I just bought is now totally worthless. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, you can mail it in. How the hell am I going to mail it in and me driving down the highway? Duh. Right? You ain't mailing nothing in and me driving down the highway. Are you crazy? I'm driving down the highway. How am I going to mail it in? So no, they need to make it to where that no matter where I buy my ticket, I can cash it in. That should be an easy fix. It should be an easy fix. I hope. But it may not be. It may not be. Oh, and I was just at a TA because the dog had to take a piss. Derby had to pee real bad. So I stopped at a TA and let him pee. And the TA didn't have no internet. That was unusual. That's the first TA I've ever been to that didn't have internet. Now the TA before that one had internet, but I couldn't get the shit to work. But yeah, this is the first TA I ever seen that didn't have no internet. That was weird, man. That was really bizarre. So, that's the way it goes, I reckon. Anywho, yeah, we're moving on the grooving. And like I said, now don't forget, by the time you get this video, I'm nowhere near where I was. So don't be thinking, oh, I'm calling Doc Doxy, you ain't doxing nothing. I'm on the interstate. We ain't doxing nothing. So anywho, that's where we're at on that. Anywho, yep, now see, here's the thing. All I get is the smokestack of Texas. Which means I'm going to blow through Texas like it ain't nothing. It'll be like, what? What the fuck? You know, I mean, it's that quick. Not even kidding. Ooh, fresh road. Alrighty, just a quick little update here. These YouTube trolls coming over here starting shit. Yeah, that's got to stop. Okay. Now I just blocked somebody for talking shit about my dog. Let me make it abundantly clear. There is nothing wrong with my dog. My dog is not sick. My dog is not emaciated. My dog is not hungry. My dog eats better than I fucking do. My dog is strong as an ox. He runs me all over this damn parking lot. There is nothing wrong with my dog. So who's starting this shit that my dog is malnourished or...
Was that you, Honey Badger? I know you said you had him worked up and got blocked.
My dog is being mistreated. Oh my God, his dog is being mistreated. Who's starting that shit? These YouTube trolls that followed me over here. That's who's starting that shit. It's exactly who's starting that shit. But let me make it abundantly clear. There is nothing wrong with my dog. And when I get him signed up as a service dog, then that'll be the end of this shit now, won't it? Because as my service dog, you won't be able to take him away from me. Now, will you? No, you won't. And I intend to get that paperwork done immediately. And then that'll end all this talk about my fucking dog. There's nothing wrong with my dog. My dog is not only my best friend. He is not only my constant companion. He's also my familiar as a sorcerer. He's my familiar. He's my friend. He's my son. You know, adopted son. Four-legged son. Furry son, I guess you could call him. Furry four-legged son. But, yeah, there is nothing wrong with my dog. My dog eats better than I do. So who's starting all this shit about my dog? The fucking YouTube trolls that followed me over here. That's who. Now, I've already banned this Amy Hamilton shit, and if anybody else talks shit about my dog, you're not only going to get banned, you're going to get reported to TikTok and the authorities. Are we clear on that shit? There is nothing wrong with my dog. Quit talking shit over my dog. You're trying to put a curse on my dog by saying that. I'm not stupid. When you talk ill of my dog like that, you're basically putting a curse on him. Don't be doing that shit, or I'll be busting your ass. Are we clear? Next person that talks shit about my dog is getting reported to the authorities and to TikTok. Are we clear on that? We better be. Because I'm sick of this shit. You fucking YouTube trolls, get your fucking asses back to YouTube where you belong. YouTube may tolerate that shit. It ain't gonna be tolerated here on TikTok. Your bullshit is not gonna be tolerated here on TikTok. Period. End of story. Now you get your ass back to YouTube and you stay there. You're not welcome here. Okay? Because I will call the authorities. This ain't YouTube. YouTube sits there and coddles you motherfuckers and protects you motherfuckers. Well, you ain't gonna be protected here because I'll call the goddamn authorities on your ass. No more talking shit about my dog. Are we clear on that? We better be. Because the next person that talks shit about my dog is going to get reported to TikTok and the authorities. And I mean that shit. That's my best buddy. My dog is my best buddy. And my friend, and my son, and my familiar. You will not be talking no shit about my dog. You will not be trying to put a curse on my dog. Saying he's malnourished, and he's mistreated, and all this other goddamn bullshit. There's nothing wrong with my dog. And for that matter, there's nothing wrong with me. Other than the maladies I've already stated publicly. But anyway, enough said. One more fucking talk of shit about my dog, you're getting reported to the authorities. Are we clear, trolls? You get your fucking asses back to goddamn YouTube where you belong. You don't belong here. You get back to YouTube, you want to sit there and talk shit about Trailer Park Elvis or Nick Bravo or some of these other motherfuckers, you talk shit about them. You don't talk shit about me and you don't talk shit about my dog. That's my boy. And my familiar. And my best friend. And my service dog, because he's going to be a service dog as soon as I get the paperwork done. All right? And then hopefully that'll be the end of all this shit of talking about my dog. Right? But you YouTube trolls, get your fucking ass back to YouTube. Don't talk shit about my dog ever again. Eastbound and down, roll it up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can't be done. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just what your bandit run. I just had to do it because I am going east. We're going east. We're east on Interstate 40, and we are moving on down the line. We're having us a blast. The wide open road. We got a few vehicles, but it's not that congested. Not really. We just I think we just blew through Albuquerque without making a wrong turn. So sorry, Bugs. Sorry, Bugs Bunny. You didn't make a wrong.
Those hands, man. Those hands. Those hands, though. Oh my goodness. It's awful.
Turn at Albuquerque. We blew right through its doors. So we're going to head on out to the highway and get away from the big city, because I tell you, knowing my luck, I get into Albuquerque proper and I get lost and I wouldn't be able to find my way back to 40. Then we would have a problem. So yeah, it's best to stay on 40, find some little town somewhere and utilize those facilities rather than a big ass city like Albuquerque. Because Albuquerque is apparently a really, really, really big city. So we're just going to breeze on through this and get on down the other side, and which I think we are now. I think we're on the other side. And so we're just heading on down the highway and having us a blast. And see if we can't find some little town somewhere to hold down for the evening. And now you know the rest areas here. Now, I don't know who the genius was that thought it was a good idea, but if you go to a rest area here, there's a big sign that says you can't rest. It says no camping. You can't rest. You can't sleep because it says no camping. You know, I remember as a boy, we would go to a rest area and we'd make sandwiches and stuff, and crash out for the night. Can't do it here. You do that here in the rest area, you get your car impounded and you get arrested. Now, I don't know who the genius was that figured that one out, but I think they need to be fired. I mean, what's the purpose of a rest area, class? Oh yeah, to rest. That's the whole damn purpose of a rest area. Well, you can't do it. You can't do it at a rest area. So now you gotta either do a truck stop or find some empty parking lot somewhere or something, because you can't do it at a rest area, you get your car impounded. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that nuts? That is absolute nuts. But that's the way they've got it set up, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Not until somebody comes along and fixes it. But yeah, big old blue sign says no camping. In fact, they got a whole litany of laws that you can and cannot do while you're at that rest area. Most of them prevent you from utilizing the rest area. It's like, why have a rest area if you can't use the damn thing, right? I mean, it's retarded. It really is. It was an act of sheer stupidity. Whoever came up with that is crazy. They certified crazy, because it totally negates and defeats the whole purpose of a rest area. So, what are you gonna do? Like I said, though, ain't nothing you can do about it, because that's the current law, and until they change the law, you're stuck with it. And it's stupid. It's really stupid. But, oh well, que sera, whatever will be, right? Alright, I see an opportunity to shut this down, so I'm going to shut it down. Anyway, well, boys and girls, I have had, I believe, the freshest Whopper that I've ever had in my life. And it was at a little sleepy town called Moriarty on the other side of Albuquerque in New Mexico. And everything on the burger was fresh. Not just the buns, not just the meat. Everything was fresh. And he said, well, Vaughn, maybe they made it fresh for you because you're a veteran. Okay, that's a possibility. But I mean, it was just, I don't know. Everything was fresh. The pickles was fresh. The lettuce was fresh. The tomatoes was fresh. The sauce even tasted better. I don't know. It just, everything about it was just super nice. And I just had to say, you know, that it was you know, I got a really, really good burger at Burger King. There was a Burger King in a TA truck stop on the west side of Moriarty. Because Moriarty has an east side and a west side, so don't get confused. But, and I never stopped at Moriarty before, but I stopped this time because I wanted to get some gas. And I saw TA, and so I said, well, I'll just get me some gas. And there was a Burger King attached. And I said, well, hell, I'll see what they got. And just the freshest Whopper I ever ate. Incredible. So, I mean, if you want a really fresh Whopper, the west side of Moriarty at the TA truck stop, and you're good to go. So, just thought I'd tell you, because I mean, it was amazing. It was really amazing. I couldn't believe it. The dog liked it too, didn't you, Sharpie? Sharpie liked it too. So yeah, that was great, man. That was awesome. Of course, I'm nowhere near West Moriarty right now, am I? No, I'm on the road. I'm moving. I am moving on down the line. But it was an excellent Whopper. One of the best I ever had. And I'm telling the absolute truth. One of the best I ever had. Well, I'm not allowed to lie anyway, but you know what I mean. So, anyway, so if you really want a fresh Whopper, there you go. And I just thought I'd share that. Uh-oh, we got some red signs coming up. I'll let you go. See ya. We are once again poking along at 1 mile an hour. I do not know why. Not a clue. But we are poking along at 1 mile an hour. And there's some wind vanes off to the left. I thought Trump said he was getting rid of them things. Let's see here. Can you see them? Well, no, you can't see the wind vanes. You can see me. You can see me, not the wind vanes. Let me turn around here. Alright. Where the hell's the wind vanes? They're over there somewhere. Anyway, I think I got them. They're over there somewhere. Anyways, yeah, wind vanes and traffic backed up. Don't know why, but it is. Yeah, traffic's all backed up. And we're just hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. I'm going to hit my tire back up. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, so yeah. Oh, I found out something interesting on mobile device. If you buy a 5-watt cable, I think it's watts, 5 watts, 5 amps, 5 something. But if you buy, maybe even 5 kg, I don't know. But if you buy a 5 cable and use it to charge your mobile device, you're going to find that it's going to keep kicking out to slow charge. And it'll periodically kick out to slow charge. And so someone told me, probably the gods, or maybe even my ET friends, who knows which, but someone told me, said, no, don't get the the number 5 cord, get the number 20 cord. 20 watts, 20 amps, 20 whatever. But get the 20 cord. And so I bought the 20 cord. It's the same price too, by the way, so I didn't lose no money. But said get the 20. And so I grabbed the 20. Sure enough, now it charges at super speed instead of slow charging. So now there's your answer right there. It's in the cord. You got to buy a 20. Do not buy a 5. You buy a 20. And if you buy the 20, you'll get supercharged every single time. And it will never kick out to slow charge ever. Never again. Mine hasn't kicked out to slow charge once since I went to that 20 cable. So, keep that in mind. Do not buy any cable that says 5 on it. You buy a 20. You buy that 20, it'll never... Now, there's a side issue, though. If you plug it into your cigarette lighter to charge it, and the car is not running, you're going to wake up to a dead battery, because it will literally drain your car battery down. Not even kidding. It's that powerful, apparently. So, just, make sure your car's running when you're charging your mobile device. Because the cigarette lighter charger, especially, maybe even the USB charger, but the cigarette lighter charger especially, will cause your car battery to just drain down to nothing. So keep that in mind, boys and girls, because I had to get a jump. I found out the hard way. I had to get a jump, and so I learned the hard way. Unplug that sucker out of the cigarette lighter when you turn the car on. Learned that the hard way. So keep that in mind, folks. I don't know why this thing's... Well, yeah, I do know why, but anyway. But anyways, so yeah. But yeah, that was the key. It was the cable. I was buying the wrong cable. You got to buy a 20, not a 5. You buy that cable that says 5 on it, you're messing up now. You got to buy one that's got a 20 on it. I don't remember what it was. Was it 20 watts, 20 gigabytes, 20 something? Who the hell knows? But there were two cables. There was a 5 and there was a 20. Well, I always bought the 5 because I didn't think it mattered, and in some places the 5's cheaper. Well, it turns out you don't want that 5. You stay the hell away from the 5. You get a 20. Don't have nothing to do with no 5 at all. You stay away from that something. I don't even know why they have it. Because if it won't charge my phone, except on trickle charge, I don't want it. Because I'll tell you, that I don't know about you, but that slow charge, it don't seem like it charges the phone up anyway. Unless you got it completely shut off. If you're going to completely shut the phone off and let it sit for like 3 or 4 days, then the trickle charge will work just fine, I guess. But I mean, who can go without their phone for 5 days and it dead? It just laying there dead. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. So get the 20 cord. Trust me. You'll be glad you did. Trust me. All right, we're still poking along at 1 mile an hour. I don't know why yet. I don't have any signs yet, and the traffic's kind of blocking my views. So we'll just wait and see what it tells us. But anyways, just thought I'd get on here, let you know what's going on. Have a good one, folks. Alrighty, guys. I'm back again. Alright, now that I'm far enough away from the place that it happened, I guess I can go on ahead and tell you what I saw last night. One of my buddies, or was it early? Late last night, early this morning, whatever. But it was one of my buddies. And, this area, that's right. One of my buddies. And at first, it looked like an airplane. Red and green lights, the whole shebango. Then it switched to red and white lights. And damn, that was quick. Was that the rest area? That was awful quick, but shit, I flew right past it. Oh well, looks like it's for semis only any damn way. I don't see a single car there. So never mind. Alright, anyway, back to my story. Low flying aircraft, right? Red and green lights, works. It was nighttime, it was dark still. And then all of a sudden, this airplane morphed into something else. I couldn't make out what, because hey, it's dark. But morphed into something else, and into red and white lights, which I remember quite vividly as my Ezie's favorite colors, red and white, for some reason. Anyway, morphed into something else and changed to red and white lights. Then it cloaked on top of that. So, is there any doubt that they're with me? Well, no. And this wasn't a dot, okay? This wasn't a little dot in the sky. This was an actual craft. And it was low, really low. So, is there any doubt that they're with me? No, not at this point. Now, I would have loved to have recorded it, but I wasn't expecting it to happen because, like I said, at first it looked like a normal airplane. Red and green lights, everything. It switched to red and white lights, and it transformed into something, and then it cloaked.
So it's like, well, damn. I wasn't ready for it, you know. I wasn't ready, didn't have my camera ready for that. But I was thinking, just prior to that happening, I was thinking, hey, if my friends follow me from the last stop I was at to this stop, and then all of a sudden I saw that. Now it wasn't a very big craft, so it was probably like a scout craft or something. But still, it was slow. It was not a dot in the sky. Okay, there's no way you could mistake it. I mean, like I said, it looked like a plane flying with the red and green lights and everything. Then the light switched to red and white, and then it morphed into something, and then it cloaked. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, they're still with me. They're hanging with me. You guys are up there, right? I hope so. So they're up there with me, keeping an eye on me. So it's all good. It's all good. But now that we're way far away from where it happened, I can tell you. And by the way, just a simple reminder to the trolls and haters. By the time you get these videos, what? Oh yeah, he's not there anymore. He's done gone. That's right. By the time whoa, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We're getting over. Okay. Your size load there. He's gotten over. What's he doing? You don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. I'm going to try to get around him. I know that. But we'll get around him. We'll try to get around him. There we go. Okay. Anyway. All right. Back to my story, though. So, because just prior to that happening, I was thinking, hey, did they follow me from the last stop I was at? Well, I got my answer, didn't I? I got my answer. They made no bones about it. Yeah, they're with me. They're with me for the long haul, I reckon. So, but it looked like a normal low-flying aircraft because it had the red and green lights and shit. And I think it even kind of vaguely looked like the shape of an aircraft. But then, like I said, it morphed. Then it turned to red. I think it turned to red and white first. Then it morphed. Turned into red and white lights. Then it morphed into some other shape. I mean, like I said, it's dark. I don't know what shape it was. It wasn't a disc, though. I can say that honestly. It's not a disc. But it morphed into something else. And then after that, it cloaked. And it's like, well, yep, they're with me. So, here we are. So I got my answer. So they are definitely with me. Through thick and thin, apparently. My girlfriend is not going to let me go. She likes me. Maybe she likes me a lot more than plutonic. Let's put it that way. Now, I cannot confirm or deny, but I'm just going to say that there is a strong possibility that she likes me more than a plutonic relationship. And we're going to leave it at that for right now. But, yeah. Anyway, I got my answer, and that's what I wanted, so I'm good. So, but remember, trolls and haters, by the time you get this video, what? Oh, he's not there anymore. Okay, if we just cross the county line into a particular county, which I will not name, because the trolls love to try to dox me. I'm not going to let them dox me. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Nope. Oh, speaking of nope. There was a guy, and he bought this house, and apparently this house had some artifacts still in it, and it goes down into the basement, and when it goes down into the basement, there was a shadow being down there, a shadow creature, and I guess, and this is on video, okay, and he goes down to the basement, the shadow creature's there, and he's like, nope, and he ran back out the basement. And later, when he got his courage up, he went down, and there was some kind of, it looks like some kind of African face mask, and hanging on the wall. And so my first idea would be get rid of that mask, or at least take it outside, have it blessed, you know, have it cleansed, whatever, and then, you know, once it's cleansed and blessed and all that good shit, if you believe in holy water, put holy water on it, you know, but get it cleaned up, then you bring it back in the house and be fine. But I'm thinking it might be that mask, because in the video, it showed up like an African mask hanging on the wall, made out of wood or something. That's what it looked like. And so I'm sitting there thinking that, you know, that's probably what it was. So, in any event, but that, you know, I just thought of that just now, and since the nope, you know, and but he's like, nope, and he went right out of that basement. That's funny as hell. But yeah, man, you know, stuff is really popping off here lately, man. I'm telling you. I mean, you go on TikTok, you go on Twitter, well, X Twitter. You go on YouTube, MySpace. Well, MySpace is mostly music now. But I mean, you go on any place now, man. You know, paranormal stuff, UFO stuff is really trending big. You know. Really trending big right now. So, you know, might want to check something out if you're bored to tears or something. You can check some of it out and see what you think. Some of it's absolute bullshit, obviously. But there's a few nuggets in there that are like, you know, makes you stop and think for a minute. So, interesting stuff, no doubt about it. Definitely good stuff. As soon as I round this curve here, I think we'll shut it off. But yeah, nope. He got out of that basement as fast as he could go, buddy. Nope, I ain't messing with that shit. Maybe you saw that video where that shadow creature grabbed that guy and just flung him around like a rag doll. He might have saw that video. Anyways, that's going to do it. Let me go on ahead and shut this off. Alrighty, we are back on the road again, and we are heading out. I have no idea what little town I was in, nor do I care. But it's not important. What's important is that we are making our way east, in the hopes of finding along the way a girlfriend, fiance, wife that wants to have mad passionate love to me and wants my little doggy to guard her house. That's what I'm looking for. That's what's on the agenda. So if you're wanting a guy that's very knowledgeable and that's very honorable and it won't treat you like shit, and you want a little doggy that'll protect your house at night, especially at night, you got the right person. So what you need to do then is just message me, say, hey, you're heading east, I'm in the way, I'm along the way or whatever, and just hit me up. I'm in such and such a state, and such a city, and such a state, and then we will, I will stop at a rest area, I will read your message, we will do a quick video phone call, verify you are human, and then I will head your way. I can tell you right now, the first woman that takes me and the dog wins. That's just the way it is. First one that takes me wins. So now, if you want somebody that you can trust, and somebody that's going to treat you right, you better grab me up while you can, because I'm in New Mexico. I'll be out of New Mexico by this afternoon. At least I reckon I will. I don't know. Depends upon how energetic I feel and what my gasoline situation says. But in any event, I am heading east. I am not stopping. Not unless I get a video phone call from somebody. Then I'm stopping. Because then I know you're real. I don't have to guess. I know you're real. Or if you're already doing live shows on TikTok. If you're doing live shows on TikTok, well, then I know you're real. such as Carol, for example. Carol is the Fran Drescher of the Asian world. She's hilarious. I love her. I love her to pieces. So if you see Carol out there, you know, go to her live show and help her out. But anyway, she's just like Fran Drescher, only she's Asian. You know, it's hilarious. It's awesome. But anyway, now like see Carol, she does live shows on TikTok, so I know she's real. I don't have to guess. I don't need a video phone call with her because I know she's real. You get it? So as such, I don't need a video phone call with her if she's in the United States, which she is not. But if she was in the United States, she said, "Hey, Mom, come by the house. I'll be there in a heartbeat." You know, because I know she's real, right? I don't need a video phone call with her, but she's doing live shows on TikTok all the time. So I don't need to do a video. I know she's real. You know, so I mean, you know, if you're doing live shows on TikTok, give me your TikTok link to your live shows, and then I'll watch your live shows, and I know, you know, there won't be any question that you're real. And then I just come straight to your house, and that'll be the end of that. But now, whoever either gives me their live shows or a video phone call, that's the one that's going to win. So y'all need to get hardcore about this shit, you know, because I'm heading east. Like I said, I'll probably be through New Mexico by the end of the day today. At least that's the plan anyway. I'm trying to remember what the hell's after New Mexico. But I'm kind of drawing a blank. Do I go through the smokestack of Texas, or is that later on? That may be later on. In any event, I'm moseying on down the highway here, folks. So, you know, you're wanting a good man that'll take good care of you and they go abuse you and treat you like shit. Now, I'm also going to add the fact that I ain't got no fucking money. So now, if you're looking for money, you can forget it. I ain't got no money. I won't have no money until I move in. And when I move in, see, then I can call the government and I can say, "Hey, I got me a residence now, give me my money." But I ain't got no money until I get a permanent residence. And I can't get a permanent residence until I get a girlfriend that's got a residence. So, that's where we're at. So let me know what you want to do, ladies. Because I'm heading down the highway as fast as I can go, man. Heading east. So now, if you want to intercept me before I get to Texas, or after I get to Texas, or after I pass through Texas, because I'll be passing through the stovepipe of Texas, and it's a blink and you'll miss it thing. I mean, it really is. And it's like, wait a minute, that was Texas? And it's like, oh, yeah, you didn't, you know, it's gone, right? You're through the shit before you even know what happened. So now if you're in the state of Texas, you know, and you're interested in having a permanent life partner that will, you know, treat you with respect, then you need to get on the ball. Hit me up. I'm here. But anyway, I just said I'd share because I can, because I will, because I should. And we're moving on down the line here. Wow, that looks like Heart Light right there, buddy. Holy shit! That looks just like Heart, but it's a lot smaller. Isn't that interesting? I said, isn't that interesting? You guys know what Heart is. The Angels don't play this Heart. You know what I'm saying? So, Heart is spelled H-A-A-R-P, by the way. Hotel, Alpha, Romeo, and, what the hell is D? I forgot what D was. Shit. Paul? Look at Paul. Mine just went blank. Oh, yep, it's gone. It's out of here. Anyway, I'm out of here. Bye.
Alrighty, yo. Well, as the old saying goes, the plot thickens, Watson. What am I referring to? Well, as though, you know, for those of you that have been following along and actually paying attention, I reported some time back about scientists going missing. Other people picked up on it.
And they've been talking about scientists going missing. Well, YouTuber J-Mez found something interesting. He found out that there were Russians and Chinese scientists also going missing. And the question becomes, well, who's abducting these people and why? And they're you know, these are people that are working on very prominent projects that would help humanity, maybe projects that would expose free energy. Maybe there is something trying to prevent us from getting free energy. I know that the ETs are big on humanity being given free energy. But as far as these scientists, I can't obviously talk about what they were working on, because a lot of it is classified. But this J-Mez guy over on YouTube, he's saying the Chinese and the Russian scientists, they're also going missing. So is it us doing it? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's us doing it. I don't think it's the Russians doing it. I don't think the Chinese doing it. I think it's the deep state, the powers that be, these elite families are up to no good, and maybe trying to prevent humanity from acquiring free energy. You know, I find it fascinating that the Strait of Hormuz is blockaded, and you know, it's almost as if humanity is going to be forced to stop using oil. And let's not forget, ladies and germs, oil is what again? It's the lifeblood of Gaia. And Gaia literally reproduces her blood underneath the ground there somewhere, just like we reproduce our blood in our bone marrow. And she needs her blood.
Oh, this is the stream, is it, Honey Badger? This is a stream where I did blocked by him on TikTok. Okay, gotcha.
In order to be able to cleanse the earth from all these pollutants and toxins and whatnot, because the oil pools under the earth grab all these toxins and draw it close to the heat underneath the earth, which destroys these toxins and thus cleanses the earth again. You know, it's just like in your human circulatory system, where you'll have bugs in there, and the body will attempt to destroy those bugs one way or another. And this is kind of like on the similar vein. And so it's almost as if, you know, we're being forced to leave Gaia's blood alone. And you know, and these batteries, these lithium batteries and ion batteries, I think it was called. Have you ever seen pictures of that? It looks like cancer cells. It looks like skin cancer on Gaia. Gaia being Earth, for those of you that do not have a clue. Yeah, the Earth actually has a name. Her name is Gaia. Okay, she's a female. She is sentient, but I don't know if I can say sentient to the extent of a human being or a dolphin or something of that nature, but maybe sentient to the extent of, say, a plant, you know, something along them lines, living, breathing entity. And so, yeah. But interesting, is it not, that he reported that he had received information that Chinese scientists and Russian scientists are also going missing. Okay, so why is all these scientists going missing? Well, they're working on projects that, you know, not a bunch of them classified, so, you know, it's hard to know what they're working on. But, you know, there's leaks out there. You know, I'll let y'all do further research on your own, but there's leaks out there to suggest that they were working on highly classified. Some may suggest they might have been working on free energy, and that the elite families are trying to prevent humanity from getting free energy, because obviously if humanity gets free energy, that's kind of like a liberation right there, you know. So We'll see. We'll see what's going on. But yeah, I just, I heard that and I said, oh, well, I got to share that. But J-Mez, I believe was his name. He's over on YouTube. And he's reporting that Chinese scientists and Russian scientists are also going missing. Wasn't that interesting? Well, now, wait a minute. If American scientists, Russian scientists, and Chinese scientists are all going missing, then that means it's an outside source, in my opinion. It ain't the Russians, it ain't the Chinese, and it ain't the Americans. That tells me that it's an outside source that is seizing these scientists and doing whatever with them. And let's be clear, they may not be killing these scientists. They may be grabbing these scientists up and whisking them away somewhere where they can be safe. You never know. They may not necessarily be killing them. They could be putting them somewhere safe. We don't know. And that's the thing. We don't know. That's the problem. We don't know. But yeah, it's, I just thought, I heard him say that and I said, well, I better report on that. Because, that's pretty significant, and that, like I said, that leads me to believe that it's an outside source. There's some kind of outside source somewhere. Obviously it would be the elite families, the royal families. Maybe this last hurrah of trying to prevent humanity from getting free energy and being liberated once and for all. Because, think about it, man. We get free energy. We can use that for our factories. We can use it for our cars, our boats, spacecraft. We can use it for everything. And go back, folks, go back and watch these videos about the 1903, I think. 1903 World's Fair. And see how that sucker was lit up like a Christmas tree. With no electricity. You heard me right. No electricity. And yet the 1903 World's Fair was lit up like a damn Christmas tree. And it was beautiful. How did they light it? Well, some people speculate that it was Mercury engines. See, at the top of these domed buildings, there's this little circular thing with a bunch of pillars in it. And you can set something down inside that perfectly. And a lot of people theorize that they would put a Mercury engine on top of these buildings, and that Mercury engine would send energy out that could be collected, stored, and used as electricity. And that's how they lit up the 1903 World's Fair. Supposedly. Now, is that the case? I don't know. But is it a possibility? Yes. Yes, it is. It's something to think about. But research that on your own time. I think it's 1903 or 1905 World's Fair, and how lit up it was and everything. And it wasn't electricity, and it wasn't natural gas. How did they light up this World's Fair? Well, inquiring minds want to know. And there was a crystal building made entirely of glass and crystal, and it was back around during that time too. Very beautiful building. And for some unknown reason, they had it took down. And there's theories going around that the reason it was took down was because it had some kind of technology in it that they didn't want humanity getting the knowledge of. And so, makes you wonder what in the world's going on. And that there's things happening, folks, man. The information is slowly getting leaked out there as to what's going on. But yeah, he talked about these scientists briefly. Now, he talks about UFOs mostly. But he mentioned that these scientists have went missing. And I said, oh, well, I got to talk about that. I got to get on here and talk about that. Because obviously, if the Russians, the Chinese, and the Americans are going missing, well, then that would preclude me to believe that it's an outside source, yes? Yes. Okay, so, well, what kind of outside source? Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll have to figure that shit out, man. But yeah, pretty interesting, huh? Pretty cool stuff. So I thought I'd share. Y'all have a wonderful day, and better tomorrow. Bye. Years and years ago, Ozzy Osbourne had a song called Goodbye to Romance. And I guess that song is kind of fitting for my little escapade with WhatsApp here. I was using WhatsApp to talk to people about getting a place to live. A very serious topic, not a bunch of bullshit. It was a serious topic, trying to get out of this fucking car and into either an apartment or a house. It's a very serious conversation to be having. And, the seriousness of it can't be underestimated due to the fact that Google themselves will tell you that this summer is supposed to be 120 degrees in the shade. This is Google saying this, not Von Helton. So, that being said, that's extremely fucking hot. Which means 120 in the shade means it'll be about 200 in this fucking car. Me and the dog have got to get out of here. We got to get out of this car. So obviously, talking about getting a place to live is a serious topic, right? It's not a joke. It's not a bit funny. All right, so WhatsApp, in their infinite stupidity, decides that they're going to listen to somebody, I don't know who, some troll, some hater, and ban my account on the advice of a damn domestic terrorist, which, by the way, is a felony. WhatsApp. Aiding and abetting a terrorist of any kind, even an internet terrorist, is a felony. At least it is here in the United States. I can't speak for Europe. But here in the United States, aiding and abetting a terrorist is a felony. Now, I don't know who it was that flagged my WhatsApp, nor do I give a shit. What I do care about, though, is that I had absolutely nothing to do with it. I did absolutely nothing wrong. And WhatsApp did reinstate my account. The problem is, though, is that WhatsApp is refusing to give me a code to turn my account back on so that I can use it. And once again, discuss the conversations that I was having about getting me a place to live. And this is unfortunate, because I really liked the program. I really liked WhatsApp. I really did. And they say, well, Bon, why don't you just fucking get a code? Well, you can't. See, in order to get a code, which is what I keep telling people, and it keeps going zoom right over their fucking head. In order to get a code, you have to have a working phone. You have to have a working text. They call you with the code by phone, and then you text back a reply to the code, and then you get your phone turned back on, or you get your software installed, in the case of Telegram and Signal, or any other software other than an app. Now, see, if something was in an app, most times if it's in an app, you don't need to go through the rigmarole of sending and receiving a code. But if you have to send and receive a code, you have to have a working phone and a working text. Well, I don't have a working phone or a working text. T-Mobile has bricked my mobile device. So, goodbye to romance. Goodbye to WhatsApp. Shakespeare, alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well, Alas, WhatsApp, I knew you well. And so I got to say goodbye to WhatsApp. Now, having said that, I am available on Google Chat. Google Chat does not require a code in order to operate. Thank the gods. In fact, Google Chat is integrated into the phone itself. So if you have Google native on your mobile device, you have Google Chat, most likely. Or you can download it for free without needing a damn security code or a password or any of that shit. So it makes it nice. So, while I can no longer utilize WhatsApp, I do have Google Chat. I still have Zangy. And so those two things can still be utilized, but it's sad that WhatsApp, who did this to me, will not make it right. This is unfortunate. And I think WhatsApp should make it right, but they are adamant that I must get. Now get this. You know, they're not only adamant that I have to call and get a code. They insist that I have to get all new software and hardware at my expense for a mistake that they made. They listened to some smarmy ass troll and banned my account, and then found out, oops, it was a fucking troll. We got scammed. We got played. And they turned my shit back on. But now they won't give me a damn code to allow me to utilize the software. So, it's their mistake. I did nothing wrong. They should make it right. They should give me a code.
So, I mean, I don't know the WhatsApps and shit. I mean, I know what WhatsApp is. I've used it before. But, I mean, what do you got to do to actually get banned from that? Like, what really do you have to do? Not the Vaughn version of the story. I mean, what did Vaughn do to get banned from WhatsApp? I mean, he was banned from eBay, and it was something to do with, like, what they considered Nazi. I don't know. And I can't even remember the whole story with the eBay shit, to be honest. But, yeah.
To let me use the software, but they won't do it. But they want me to buy another SIM card at my expense, no less, or even funnier, to get a whole new fucking service. You know, as like, you know, like going from T-Mobile to Comcast, let's say. You know, Comcrap, some people call it. But Comcast, you know, go.
Oh, that's right, PayPal. I meant PayPal, but I said eBay. You're right.
From T-Mobile to Comcast, and it's like, well, you know, that costs money. You know, getting a SIM card even costs money. They want me to get a new SIM card. But now, you know, and I told these birds, I said, now wait a minute, if I get a new SIM card and I put it in there, all my previous information from the other SIM card is gone. Right? Yeah. Because all your data is stored on that SIM card. So when you get rid of the SIM card, all your data's gone. Right? Yeah. So, you know, they say, oh, well, you need a new SIM card, or you need to transfer to another service in order to utilize our software again. A mistake that they made because I didn't do shit wrong. I don't break the law. I'm a model citizen. I don't break the law. Period. End of story. Why do you think these trolls can't put me in a jail cell somewhere? Because I don't break the law. Duh. That's why they can't do that shit.
Give me a 1 in the chat if you think he did something. That he actually, he did something to get kicked off WhatsApp. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think that's much more likely.
But this is really, it's funny in a way and it's sad in a way, because, you know, WhatsApp should understand that when they're the one that made the mistake, when they're the one that did something wrong, they should make it right. But they're wanting me to get money out of my pocket to fix a problem that they created. And see, that's not right. That's not right. There's no way in hell that would hold up in a court of law. No way. WhatsApp banned my account on the advice of a terrorist. Because I don't break the law. Ever. I don't break the law. I don't get out here and start a bunch of shit with nobody. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. I don't even smoke cigarettes now. I think I've been off cigarettes for about 10 years now or so. I don't get out here and start trouble. And then when WhatsApp found out, oh wait, he wasn't the one that did it wrong, they turned my shit back.
At Rabbi Judas Chai donated $2 through Super Chat. 1.
Shalom. Thank you very much.
Back on to their credit. But they refuse to give me the code to let me use my software. And see, that's not right. That's their problem. They made the problem. They need to fix the problem, but they refuse. But they want me to spend my money getting either another SIM card or going with another service other than T-Mobile or Comcast or Spectrum or whoever it was, you know, whoever you use for your mobile device, you know. And so, you know, it cracks me up, you know, in a way. I think it's funny in a way. I think it's sad in a way. I think it's depressing in a way, actually. You know, because I really liked WhatsApp. I really liked it. I loved the fact that, you know, I could get on there and it wouldn't hurt my eyes because I had that background on there. So, anyways, I just thought I'd rant this morning because I can and because I should, because WhatsApp should make this right. It's their fuck up. They listen to, you know, and what did Ronnie James Dio say? If you listen to fools, what class? The mob rules. That was a quote from Ronnie James Dio. That was one of his favorite songs. One of his famous songs. Mob rules. If you listen to fools, the mob rules. And the mob did rule, didn't it? That mob of haters out there on the internet that hate me, they scored a victory. They got my WhatsApp took down. And so WhatsApp listened to a bunch of domestic terrorists on the internet and banned my WhatsApp account. And then they went back and they looked and they said, oh, wait a minute, he didn't do anything wrong. We got played. And so they turned my shit back on, to their credit. But now they're refusing to give me the damn code to use the software. And so, goodbye to romance, as Ozzy Osbourne sang. Goodbye to friends. Goodbye to romance, goodbye to friends. I forget all the lyrics, but that was a song from years and years ago by Ozzy Osbourne. Anyways, so I thought I'd get on here and rant a little bit and get that done. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here and went. Y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye.
And I think that's what we got for tonight, folks. A little earlier than usual, but not too bad. It was still a tight show, a tight little show, I think. If I do say so myself, we had some good moments in there. I'll take one more stroll around the old parking lot here and see if there's any stragglers. Looks like I don't know what's going on over in Shannyville. I think they're still sitting at the hotel or something like that. But you know what? Yeah, I think that's a good spot to end. I want to thank everybody for coming out this evening. I sure do appreciate it. And, you know, thumbs it up, all that kind of stuff on the way out if you don't mind. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. But we'll keep our eyes and our ears open and report on any new developments. And, yeah, I think that's it. Have a good night and a better tomorrow.